Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley, and welcome to a special event here on the island. Christopher Nolan wanted Fortnite fans to be the first people to see the trailer for his upcoming film, Tenet. Everyone is so excited about this film, and I think now, given everything going on in the world, it is more important than ever that we can still gather, be it virtually, for a moment like this, just like going to the movies. Before we get to the trailer, I do have a special guest to introduce. Please welcome the star of Tenet, John David Washington. John, welcome to the party.
Ooh, what's up, Fortnite? Yeah.
This is insane. I mean, this is the first time we've had someone like you inside of the game world. What do you make of all this? Everyone gathering, millions of people gathering to watch your movie trailer.
Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed with joy and just humbled to be a part of this great community of beautiful people. So thank you for having me, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Well, I know you have a gaming history as well. I know we were talking before, and you've been playing games for a long time. Tell us a bit about your gaming background.
Well, I mean, I don't want to date myself, but from my Nintendo Game Boy to my Nintendo to my Sega Genesis, NBA Live 95 was a big deal for me. When they introduced Breaking the Glass with Shaquille O'Neal, I used to love that effect. And then my all-time favorite sports game was NFL ESPN 2K5 with Terrell Owens on the cover. I think it revolutionized the sport as far as the game is concerned, and it gave me a greater appreciation for football and what goes into it strategy-wise and everything. So I love it. And NBA 2K, obviously, I play that religiously.
I know I saw your PlayStation controller. Looks like the thumbstick you wore out almost, right?
That's right, but and it's still with me. I still use it. I haven't upgraded yet.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Well, I'm sure this controller probably went around the world with you as you were making this big new movie, Tenet. And I mean, everyone is so excited about this, and I'm sure you're excited. You finally get to talk about it, right?
Woo! Yes, I'm super excited. I can't wait for everybody to see it. just to be a part of it. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Christopher Nolan, so this was a dream come true.
Well, we've all been wanting to see more of it, and without further ado, let's get to it. The world premiere of the brand new trailer for the first time ever right here in Fortnite. Check it out.
Come on!
All I have for you is a word. Tenet. It'll open the right doors, some of the wrong ones, too. Use it carefully.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
I gather you have an interest in a certain Russian national.
Why don't you bring me in?
You really want to know? He can communicate with the future.
Time travel.
No. Inversion.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
Whoa. Well, I've seen too much.
Well, we'll try and keep up.
Your duty transcends national interests. This is about survival.
Seems bold.
Bold, I'm fine with. I thought you were going to say nuts.
This is where our worlds collide.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
Well, that's from here.
Hasn't happened yet.
There are people in the future who need us. Who need Tenet.
We need to save them here and now.
This reversing the flow of time. Doesn't us being here now mean it never happened? You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. No, it's so dramatic.
Well, how big a plane?
That part is a little dramatic.
Oh my God, there you go. The new trailer for Tenet. John, David, more questions, maybe a few more answers, but what an amazing epic film. Tell me, I mean, what was your reaction when you saw that trailer? Because you obviously, spent a long time filming this thing, but the way the way it's cut together and the sort of the questions that it's prompting, what was your reaction when you saw it?
I was overwhelmed with joy, disbelief suspended in that. I was admiring how well the beard was kept up. But really, it's just, it's interesting because there are just little, nuggets of information and just breadcrumbs of information about the movie that I was surprised that he was going to reveal. And I love that he did. And it's just, being a huge fan of Christopher Nolan, this seems like, we're familiar with his films. We obviously know his films, but this seems like something different. It seems like this is where he's about to take us for the next 10 to 15 years of filmmaking.
The scale and the epicness of it, that's what just blows me away, to see all those different countries. And for you, I assume you sort of had a world tour in a way. It looks like, you were in India, Italy, like all these different places. Mm-hmm. So you really filmed in all those locations, right?
Yeah, we were there from, Tallinn, Estonia to Mumbai, India, Amalfi Coast, Copenhagen. It was, and to me, it just gives the film so many different personalities. There's an international environment that's set with these characters that they're placed in, and what you saw is where we were. It's not green screened. We had some cameras out there and we filmed it, and at these beautiful locations and sort of in these interesting sort of alien-like looking, planet-looking places as well. So it was, which gave me more motivation to just give it my all because of the set pieces and where we are, and we're so detailed and specific to the story that we're trying to tell. And when you watch the trailer, I highly recommend watching it again and again. And you get more answers and you get more answers.
Interesting narrative and huge stunt sequences, action sequences. I wanted to ask you about that because from a stunt perspective, I mean, you're doing things that are not supposed to be humanly possible. And I mean, it's just like the reverse rappelling or whatever you call that. I don't know how much you can share about what's really going on there, but how did you film those things?
Chris and Hoyte van Hoytema had a camera, and they yelled action and cut. No, but it was some of the moves that we were doing, especially those hand-to-hand sequences and the physicality of it all. Some our stunt guys, George Cottle and company, they've never done some of these moves before. They were sort of inventing them for this movie specifically. So it's so exciting that we're going to be able to introduce this new style of fighting, this new style of combat. You know what I mean? And again, to be seen in a theater, in a movie, on a big movie screen, it's gonna be so vibrant. Oh my God, I'm telling you.
No, and again, what I love about this film too is that it's gonna be thought provoking. I think it's the thing you want to experience with your friends, talk about afterwards, and pull apart.
Yes.
And I'm sure even as you guys were filming, you were trying to kind of understand all the layers of this because again, what we see is only the surface.
Every day, I was bugging every day. I had questions for him. But he was very gracious and he answered them very calmly and patiently with me. It was important that we were able to track the actors track the story correctly so we can tell it the best way we could. And so he was very patient with us. And I say that very politely.
well, you're lucky that you get to text Chris Nolan when you have a question about the film. The rest of us just have to carefully dissect the trailer and go to Reddit to try and understand what's really going on there. But I gotta say, it's like so many hints, and that's what we love. I think is slowly peeling back the layers of this, but still having such an interesting, heartfelt story that I'm sure is at the core of this film, like all of his work. And yeah, it's so exciting to get a glimpse at this. The airplane sequence at the end of the trailer, that was completely unexpected. I didn't know we were gonna see that, or that was even in the film. Is that like a practical effect with like a real 747?
Yeah, that was a real plane, and that was a real building that they crashed that plane into. And we, cast and crew all witnessed it. It was epic, it was incredible. And, we all cheered and hurrayed and hurrahed when they yelled cut after Chris felt like he got it. So, that what you saw is really what happened. At least the night I was there.
No, I got to say, the scale of this looks absolutely incredible. We all can't wait to see it. And I think I speak for everyone here in Fortnite with being so honored that, you and Chris decided to bring Tenet first to Fortnite to show the world this way. No, this is, again, we're making history, and thank you so much, John David, for joining us. You made it into a video game, finally.
I did it.
Hopefully the first of many.
I hope so.
Awesome. All right, John David Washington, thanks for joining us. Thanks again to John David Washington, and before I go, there is one final surprise. This summer, we will be screening an iconic Christopher Nolan full-length feature film right here on the big screen. Stay tuned for more details.